serious public official, how do you deal with the complex issues that your city faces or your state faces, and you look at that camera and you say, oh God, I got 30 seconds to do it. And then you understand why politicians become morons. It's not necessarily their fault. You try it sometime. Try to deal about a complex and serious issue and get it into the 24 seconds that you need to get it into onto the tube. It drives you a little bit crazy. You're schizophrenic. You're sitting there and you know it. Very often. This has happened a dozen times. You give everybody up here has been through this. You give a 15-minute speech. You spend 4 hours writing it. You've handed it out, and they say, this is crap. Now, what I want to know is, and it could be totally irrelevant to anything, and what's on television or in the newspaper doesn't have anything necessarily to do with what you have said. Now, the point is here not to criticize the local media, who are not by any means. They're better, I suspect, than what exists nationally, but it's to point out the trends, the understanding of the impossibility to deal seriously with issues, complex issues, in 30 seconds. And then what you got is evolutions occur from that. You have politicians who then think in 30-second tidbits, which leads you to Ronald Reagan. Okay?
Let's start with the part that is the most controversial. A few months ago, I told the American people I did not trade arms for hostages. My heart and my best intentions still tell me that's true, but the facts and the evidence tell me it is not. As the Tower Board reported, what began as a strategic opening to Iran deteriorated in its implementation into trading arms for hostages.
Leading medical researchers are coming to the conclusion that marijuana, pot, grass, whatever you want to call it, is probably the most dangerous drug in the United States, and we haven't begun to find out all of the ill effects, but they are permanent ill effects.
Third, this bill meets our commitment to America's armed forces by preparing them to meet the threats of tomorrow. Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
Where they're going to take out clean coal, meaning they're taking out coal, they're going to clean it.
And that's okay. That works well. And you get out, as Abby was saying, the deep and complex issue that we're number one.
In that journey, we are America, second to none, and we own the finish line. Don't forget it.
I believe in American exceptionalism with every fiber of my being.
And it's getting, I think, worse. I think the idea of writing long stories with long words and with an historical context is kind of boring. And what we want is something a little bit snappier, a little bit more confrontational. And people like me, actually, amazing that I bore the media. I keep talking about the same old things, how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and they want to know if I'm running for Congress or what am I doing tomorrow. And because the deep issues, the hard issues, are not as exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem with Bernie Sanders is that he has the exact same message he had 4 years ago.